Health tips for better fitness. Fitness basically refers to the state of being healthy. Hence, it will really be wonderful if people will commit themselves to fitness throughout their lives. Maintaining the health of both the mind and the body is a noble act. But of course, this involves a great amount of effort as well as thorough actions. Anyhow, no matter how tough it will be, the fruit is very rewarding. A happy and healthy life, not all is privileged to have it, only the diligent few. Fitness exercise is very important on one's routine. Through fitness exercise, people are able to fight several diseases. One of which is the killer disease, the heart disease. Sadly, more and more people nowadays tend to ignore this kind of activity. Hence, more and more people too are suffering from different diseases. No wonder hospital businesses are prospering by gaining lots of clients, even it is against the will of these patients. The National Institute on Aging showed a report that America comprises only 58% of its people who are engaging in a program of lifetime fitness. And this fitness program is done only in their free time. Only about 26% are regularly performing the lifetime fitness program. Most often, about 3 times each week. The importance of a commitment to lifetime exercise is always being stressed. However, more people oftentimes neglect it. Frequently, people used to disregard the fact that it can really do an enhancement on the value of one's life. Most probably you have already heard that the common causes of deaths in this country are heart disease, stroke, accidents caused by unintended injuries, cancer and chronic lower respiratory ailments. These diseases are actually the 5 most common causes of deaths yearly as reported by the Center for Disease Control. Think about it. All of the mentioned common causes of deaths can easily be avoided. But only if people will give enough attention on fitness exercise, much more if they commit themselves into lifetime fitness. But definitely, accidental deaths are excluded. When referring to lifetime fitness program, we are not only dealing on physical exercise. But also, this program includes a diet that needs to be observed. It is very imminent that with lifetime commitment of physical fitness, life will be lengthened. And definitely be enjoyed. With a healthy mind and body you can enjoy life more, you can pick more daisies. The last cell is yours. Will you be cautious of your health and commit to lifetime fitness? Or do you just prefer to abuse it and suffer more in the end? Here are 15 tips for better fitness. Tip number 1: do it the right way. Bad technique is just as bad as bad equipment. Seek advice from pros and trainer. This advice are invaluable to your exercises or training. Tip number 2: get the proper equipment. Badly fitting gears or ill-sized equipment can be a cause of training injuries. The extra money spent on proper equipment goes a long way. Tip number 3: loosen the shoulders. Even a slightly injured rotator cuff can shut down the function of a shoulder. You might want to include stretching to protect your rotator cuffs. Tip number 4: take your swimming sessions early. The less people in the pool means less of everything in the pool. Tip number 5: protect yourself. Wearing custom-fitted mouth guards reduces the risk of injuries by as much as 82%, according to a study at UNC at Chapel Hill. Plunk out the cash for a custom-fitted mouth guard. Tip number 6: smooth out your tendon. Inquire about ultrasound needle therapy. This procedure is minimally by using ultrasound to guide a needle. The needle smoothens the bone, breaks up calcifications, and fixes scar tissue. 13 out of 20 patients saw improvement, and the session takes only about 15 minutes of your time. Tip number 7: buy your running shoes after work. Shop in the evening, the feet are swollen after a day of work. Tip number 8: know where you're going. Whether it's biking or skiing, be sure to have a dry run down any path first. A lot of injuries can be avoided when you're familiar with the route taken. Tip number 9: stop and go. If you play a sport that requires a full sprint, remember that a full sprint strains the muscles of the lower body. To combat this, do stop and go exercises. For example, run 30 meters at about 80% of your effort, slow to a jog for 5 to 10 meters, then run again for another 30 meters. Repeat this process 5 times. Tip number 10: cool down. Heat stroke is not something that can be easily cured like headache. To avoid it, stay cool and hydrated. Be sure the combined temp and humidity is less than 160. This is according to Dr. Dave Janda of the IPSM. Tip number 11: go west, or whichever direction. If you're playing or training in multiple directions, your warm-up should also move sideways, backward, forward, and all the motions you might be doing. This allows your body to be prepared. Tip number 12: do off-road running. If the surface is unstable, it trains the ankles to be stable. Tip number 13: on bended knees. Almost 3 out of 4 ACL injury occurs when players are landing or turning. If your knees are bent instead of straight, the risk of injury is greatly reduced according to a report in the Journal of the American Academy of Orthopedic Surgeons. Tip number 14: have yourself filmed. The camera doesn't lie. Show your video to a person well-versed in your training, so he can give a critic of your fitness regimen. Tip number 15: train hard. Now, stay healthy and please subscribe to our health channel for more great health tips for a happy life.